CGM Studios presents the To Bleed Blunt Show.
Zoom lens right now on the new edition of To Bleed Blunt, Fashion 420, featuring the Queen of Cloth, Keia Mae. It's not a game. We rolling our sleeves up. We working, baby. It's our city. What's up with the Queen?
Hi, thank you for having me. Really appreciate this.
Oh, it's nothing. I mean, I had to put all the resources and energy on what you're doing because what you're doing is progressive because everybody knows fashion is a stepping stone to health, to feeling good, to energy, to confidence, and whatnot. So we
Right.
appreciate you coming, Keia.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
My first shoot of questions would be, what favorite decade is more fond to you?
That's a good question. I would have to go with the 70s.
70s.
I've lived through 3 decades of fashion. So
First off.
I lived through some original styles.
Okay.
But I would say the 70s solidified all the trends that continue to retro and come back to this day. A lot of the patterns were made, a lot of the fabrics, the fabrications and textiles were done back then. Actually, like 1969, 1970 was the first creation of the trend book. It was an illustration done by an artist that was not successful in the artist illustration world and decided to forecast trends through illustrations for companies, and that's what we see to this day.
Wow, you get some entertainment, some edutainment with Keia Mae. I like it.
I know my stuff.
You do know your stuff. And with knowing your stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and wiggle into the next question, which essentially is, you made a career
Yes.
off of fashion and frugality. Clearly, you have a store that's online located. Heirs of Threads, correct?
Yes.
Heirs of Threads. But at what juncture would you think you would maybe get a physical store, or would you ever?
I would consider a physical store maybe in a different demographic. I love Sacramento strong.
Sacra.
I from LA, so I was raised here though. I've been here since I was 6, so technically I'm Sacramento.
Okay. You already know, round it off.
But I still have the heart and fashion of a bigger city, and I would say that I'm more about convenience too, so I feel like online shopping is progressive to the future.
Well, I can't argue with you there, Keia, but would you think it would be some type of fulfillment for you to see a physical store that you've created?
Maybe eventually. For me, I would love to have a trade show. I would love to have something that traveled and I can get, that's what Heirs of Threads is pretty much a trade show online. So I would love to make that a physical thing to where we can travel throughout different cities and demographics and create a network bigger for those vendors or those fashion creators to get exposure and expand their business.
Wow, okay. A few rockets right there. I guess my next question would be, I have to hit you with what trend in 2018 is annoying the fuck out of the Queen of Cloth, Keia Mae? Which one is it? It's gotta be something. Cause I know I'm annoyed as fuck with a few.
I love the silhouette of a beautiful woman's body, but
me too.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my man, but I can appreciate
the
woman's body.
Right.
I would say your body is not a trend. You can just wearing something tight just so you can expose the goodies is not trendy to me, and I think that is the most annoying thing because it's taken away from almost the creation and the theatrics and the challenge of being dressed and being fresh. When I was growing up, you had to be fresh. It wasn't, your body type didn't matter. stepping out in the right kicks, having the freshest gear, the layers, the different combinations of patterns and textures. That was fresh.
It was fresh to be brave.
Right. Thank you. It was fresh to be brave.
Are you kind of leading into that our people, essentially women of ethnicity, have gained some sort of a cloud of complacency with fashion, and that they aren't taking the same chances they used to take? Shots fired?
You know,
You gotta love it. But first of all, shots fired in a loving, Cupid-like way, but to make you more aware and woke of what you're not doing.
Yes, I will have to take. I'm gonna have to. I'm wild earth with the
You
fashion
already
right now because I honestly grew up.
Bang bang, two
right,
shots fired.
Two
Okay.
shots fired.
Okay.
Seriously, because I grew up in the '80s. I was a kid of the '80s and a teenager of the '90s, and when we were growing up, you've seen these high-end, high fashion designer labels and names recreated on a lower income budget, and you were fresh. It was different things, and it was risky. It was daring. We had Prince. We had the Bowies. We had people that weren't afraid to be themselves and above themselves. And I think now, especially in the urban community, we have become complacent. I don't see anything that I can't screenshot. I can go through Instagram and probably screenshot 50 profiles and they all have the same look. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I want a challenge.
I get tired. I unzip my sleeping bag also, Keia. I mean, honestly, I want more, but at what point in this eclectic energy-filled universe that you live in with fabric do you get a bird's eye view that everyone's not just as brave?
So I have a 19-year-old and she is not as brave as me. I would say she's brave though because she is a natural girl. She's not into all the Kylie kits and she wears her natural hair. She has beautiful curly hair. So I would say brave in the sense of being okay with who you are naturally. I love that. I encourage that. But when it does come to the risk taken in her fashion, she takes risks that I would say kids her age aren't taking, but it's still safe. I can see why it's intimidating. It's very intimidating to be yourself nowadays when you see everybody saturated with looking alike.
Yeah, the sheep mentality penetrates the psyche.
Right.
It does. Fuck, it
sucks.
We all were there. You had to reach for freedom you had to reach for the liberty through fashion.
Right. Fashion, I would say between your hair, your makeup, art, fashion is a freedom of expression.
I think that's awesome that you said that, because I was going to ask you what the definition of fashion is to you, and self-love. Is self-love a cousin of fashion?
I would say it is. I think no matter what, I would say they're really, to me personally, I don't think there is too many wrong ways with fashion. I think that even when I see the person that we would normally look at and be like, ugh, why is she wearing that?
The fuck is she wearing today?
I think to myself though, she's brave because she's not afraid to be her. She is happy in what she is embodying.
That is very true.
When I change that mind frame, and I think that I instantly look at her and I want to be her friend. Or his friend.
His friend.
Because even as a kid, I would see the kids that weren't as trendy, their clothes weren't trendy, popular. And I was like, that's the coolest person in the school to me, because
bravery.
Give zero fucks. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Like it's just a thing to me that if you are that disassociated with what everybody else is doing, whether you agree with it or not, or you understand it or not, I envy that, because we are so compelled for validation and acceptance and certain things that I feel like fashion, going back to self-love with fashion, and even with, like I said, social media, little things like tattoos, I feel like those people aren't trying to be accepted. They're just who they are.
It's the irony in you saying that. The irony in you saying that really is like.
And don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm tatted.
I mean, yeah, it's
good,
but I mean, like, in all honesty, like, is that what drove you to create some of the most inexpensive, wettest, dopest, fucking dopest motherfucking outfits on IG out of Sacramento?
Yeah.
I just need to know.
Do a little sachet
Let's
here.
talk.
No, I'm joking.
I'm just saying, like, so what?
Yes.
What? You know what? I gotta hit you right now. I gotta hit you.
I would say it does come from a love for self, and it's a bunch of fundamentals that they don't teach us, especially in the urban community. So it's a lot deeper on a lot of spectrum for me shopping and being frugal.
Say that.
I believe that we associate a lot of things emotionally, and shopping is one of those things. And if you don't know how to tend to those emotions and you're impulsive, you're going to go out and spend. So I want to show people how they can shop and get those looks without breaking your bank, because as women especially, or in the urban community, we are prone to think. Kanye said it best. I had to be the first nigga up on this, or you know what I mean?
I know what bar you was gonna say. I was gonna let you do it though. You know what I'm saying? I already know what bar you talking about.
It's lost right now,
No,
but I know my Kanye.
People know what the fuck you talking about, and it's that, and that's why I have to segue into the next question, which essentially is, what is the most inexpensive outfit you've ever curated?
I usually don't buy everything together. So when I put a look together, it wasn't necessarily bought together. But last year for my birthday, I had to think about this. It came to me.
Okay.
Last year for my birthday, I found this really cool sheer metallic maxi dress, and I had my friend turn it into a romper at Urban Outfitters, by the way.
Okay.
It was $5.
Okay, Keia Mae, listen. I need the people to fucking understand what skill and focus comes in to procuring an item that fucking inexpensive and having it look like that. You went to a seamstress.
Yes.
You went from the ground up. I'm not playing. I repeat, a seamstress, ladies and gentlemen. Who's your favorite seamstress? The lady off Arden, the Asian lady? The Asian lady? Is it her? You gonna tell her?
No, I'm gonna tell you because it's the plug. I have to do it.
Okay.
Noelle, fine tune.
What?
Fine since 09.
Noelle?
Yes.
The queen.
Yes.
Noelle's finna be on the show and like, okay, all right, Noelle, damn.
So anything
damn.
I want done, if she has time, because she is busy, and place your orders.
Well,
if I can, if she has time, shoot her, you know what I owe, and she'll hook it up. She turned a pair of men's size 2X breakaway Adidas sweats that I got at Goodwill, thrift store, Thrift Town, for maybe $6. And again, this is where fashion is supposed to be fun and be brave. Not everything you buy has to be exactly verbatim. Create something, do something different. So I took these $6 breakaway pants that were probably a 2X and turned it into a breakaway skirt, Adidas skirt. Nobody has that. Adidas hasn't even made it yet.
And this is on Keia Mae Instagram.
Yes.
That is at at
KEIA.MAE.
I need y'all to zoom in, roll your sleeves up, and take notes. You are fucking with the queen of cloth, Keia Mae. On to Bleed Blunt. Fashion 420 episode. It's our city. It's not a game. Hold on, man. You know what? I gotta do the beat, boy. Hold on. Let me get you.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you gonna do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. You feel me? It's wet. Okay, yeah, that was dope.
Mine's on no low.